that feeling when you write something you're actually proud of, then nobody buys? Yeah, that used to be my entire business. Today I'm sharing the 7 sneaky mistakes that were killing my conversions and how I finally fixed them without turning into one of those always launching people who make me tired just looking at them. Are you wanting to scale your business with digital products? I'm Becky Beach, and I've grown $1 million digital product empire that earns me passive income while I sleep, eat, and play. Join me each week as we grow our digital product businesses together. This is the Becky Beach Show. Hey friend, welcome back to the Becky Beach Show. I'm Becky Beach, and honestly, I'm so glad you're here because I need to talk about something that's been making me a little twitchy. Okay, real talk for a second. Have you ever written an email that you were weirdly proud of? Like you hit send and you're thinking, okay, was that actually good? I didn't totally embarrass myself this time. And then you check your stats the next day and it's like nothing. Crickets, tumbleweeds, rolling through your inbox. Or, and this one stings differently, you post something that people are saving and sharing like it's a secret to world peace. They're commenting this and saved. And you're doing a little victory dance in your kitchen. And then when it's time to actually buy the thing, suddenly everyone's got amnesia, or they're just thinking about it, or they're busy, or Mercury's in retrograde, whatever. If that's you, that used to happen to me too. And here's what I want you to know. You're not bad at sales. You're not annoying, even though that voice in your head keeps saying you are. And you're not doing it wrong. Most of the time, if people are stuck in that almost buyer phase, where they're interested but not like pulling out their credit card interested, it's not because your offer sucks. It's because there are some sneaky little mistakes happening in what I call the consideration stage. That weird middle zone where people already know you. They kind of like you. They're lurking around your content like a friendly ghost, but they're just not moving. And the really annoying part, these mistakes don't even look like mistakes. They look like normal marketing, like what everyone does. So today I'm going to walk you through 7 evergreen mistakes that are quietly killing the conversions in the consideration stage. And I'm going to be honest, I've made most of these mistakes in the past. Don't judge me. And then at the end, I'm going to teach something that I've been working on called the Vibe Framework, which is basically my attempt to create a system that doesn't require me to be on all the time or depend on motivation and the perfect amount of coffee to make my marketing work. Because spoiler alert, I'm not always motivated and my coffee situation is chaos. All right, let's get into it. First, what the hell is consideration anyway? Good question. I'm glad I asked myself that. Consideration is the phase where someone isn't a total stranger anymore. They're not like, who's Becky Beach? Is that a person or a beach-themed protein bar? They're more like, oh yeah, I know her. She's the one who talks about this, that thing. So they might open some of your emails, not all of them, but like the ones with good subject lines. Watch your stories when they remember Instagram exists. Binge a few of your posts at 11 p.m. when they can't sleep. Listen to your podcast while folding 11 billion loads of laundry they've been avoiding. Click around your website and then close the tab because their kid just spilled something. Lurk quietly in the background like a little raccoon in the bushes. No judgment on the lurking, by the way. I love a good lurk. Some of my favorite people start as lurkers. So they're interested, they're watching, but they're not committed yet. And when conversions are low at this stage, it usually means there's friction somewhere, or confusion, or they're not getting the right nudges at the right time, or all of the above because life is fun like that. Okay, here are 7 mistakes. Buckle up. Mistake number 1, no segmentation. Okay, friend to friend, if you're sending the exact same email to everyone on your list, we need to have a gentle but firm conversation. Because your audience is not one giant blob of humans who always want the same thing at the same time. You've got brand new people who signed up yesterday and barely know what you do. Warm people who've been quietly watching you for weeks. Hi, lurkers. People who clicked your sales page yesterday and are clearly interested. Past buyers who already trust you. And let's be honest, people who signed up in 2021 for a freebie and haven't opened a single email since the dawn of time. And when everyone gets the same message, it lands like meh. Not because you're a bad writer, you're not. But because it's not specific to where they are in their journey with you. The consideration stage is all about people thinking, wait, is this actually for me? Does this solve my specific problem? Can I trust this person? And segmentation, even super simple segmentation, makes your emails feel personal without you having to personally write 47 different versions of the same email. I know what you're thinking. I can hear it from here. Becky, I'm barely sending emails as it is. Now you want me to segment? Do I look like someone who has their life together? I get it. Same girl, same. But here's the thing. Segmentation doesn't have to be some complicated NASA level operation. Start stupid simple, like simple you almost feel silly about it. Behavior-based buckets. People who's clicked your sales page equals interested. These people raised your hand, friend. People who watched your training equals warm. People who bought from you equals client. People who never open anything equals sleepy or probably dead, but I'm not sure. That's it. You don't need 47 segments. Even 2 or 3 will increase your conversions because people actually feel seen. Because they are. And when someone feels seen, they're way more likely to say yes. Mistake number 2, ignoring opens and clicks. Okay, this one makes me a little crazy because your email platform is literally giving you clues like it's handing you the answers to the test. You're like, cool. Anyway, what's for lunch? Your audience is telling you what they care about through opens, curiosity. Ooh, what's that about? Clicks, intent. Okay, I'm actually interested. So if someone clicks your pricing link, that's not casual. That's not an accident. They didn't butt dial your link. They raised a hand. That's someone saying, okay, I'm seriously considering this. And if you never follow up with that person, it's like someone walked into your store, picked up the product, read the label, looked at the price, nodded thoughtfully, and then walked out. You just stood there like, have a nice day, I guess? I'm not saying you need to be creepy about it. I'm not saying you need to hunt them down like a telemarketer who got their number from the dark web. I'm just saying human follow-up. Simple examples. Hey, I noticed you checked out the details. Want me to help you figure out which option makes the most sense for you? If you're trying to decide, here are the 3 questions I ask myself before choosing. If you got stuck on price, timing, or just general, can I actually do this, Stouts? This email might help. Clicks are conversation starters, and people in the consideration stage, they need a little guidance. They're not mind readers. Unfortunately, that would make this so much easier. Mistake number 3, launch only sales. Okay, real talk. If the only time you sell is during a launch, your revenue is going to do the fun roller coaster thing, where you're either on the top screaming, wee, or at the bottom eating stress snacks and wondering why you chose entrepreneurship. It looks like this. Big week, money, excitement, you're a genius, then silence, then panic. Then you're stress scrolling Instagram, wondering if you should pivot selling essential oils. Then another launch. And listen, I'm not saying launching is bad. Launches can be great. I'm saying this, your audience doesn't make decisions based on your calendar. They make decisions based on their calendar. People decide to buy when they finally get fed up with the thing that's not working. They have a particularly hard week and they're like, I literally cannot keep doing this. They get paid or their tax refund hits or whatever. They see the same message from you for the 12th time and it finally clicks. They're finally ready to be the person who actually follows through this time. If you only open your cart twice a year, you're basically telling your warmest, most ready to buy people, okay, but like, wait. And when people wait, they cool off, or they forget, or life happens, or another offer shows up at the exact right time. Then they buy from someone else, and you're sitting there like, but they were so close. Yeah, they were. So what's the fix? Evergreen pathways. Not always selling in that gross pushy way that everyone makes uncomfortable. Just consistent opportunities. Like a welcome sequence that actually leads somewhere. Not just, thanks for subscribing, goodbye. A mini-series that naturally invites the next step. A simple start here pathway on your website. Periodic gentle reminders that your offer exists and it solves an actual problem. It's not pressure, it's clarity. There's a difference. Mistake number 4, blank screen block. Okay, I'm going to say this with so much love. Blank screen block is not a personality trait. It's a system problem. It's every time you sit down to write an email, you're like, what do I even say? Do I even have thoughts? Why is this so hard? Why can't I be one of those people who just casually writes a beautiful email in 12 minutes while simultaneously making sourdough and homeschooling their children? Yeah, that. I've been there. I've lived there. I had a vacation home there for a while. And here's the thing. When you don't have a repeatable way to create content, you stop being consistent. And consistency absolutely kills consideration conversions because trust is built through repetition. People need to hear their message more than once. They need the connection between their problem and your solution multiple times in multiple ways. It's not because they're slow, it's because they're busy and distracted and also try to remember if they already fed the dog this morning. So the fix isn't try harder or be more creative or manifest some motivation. The fix is stop reinventing content from scratch every single time. Here's a dead simple email framework I use all the time. 1. A real moment. Something you noticed, something a client said, something that happened to you, a random thought you had in the Target parking lot. Number 2, the reframe. It's not that you're bad at this, it's that you're missing X, or here's what I realized about that. 3, one simple step. Something they can actually do, not 47 steps, just one. The invitation, your call to action. It doesn't have to be buy now. That's it. You're not writing the next great American novel. You're building momentum. Mistake number 5, spam traps. Okay, this one isn't sexy or fun, but it's important. Because if your emails aren't actually landing in people's inboxes, literally nothing else matters. Like you could write the most beautiful, conversion optimized, perfectly segmented email in the history of email. And if it goes to spam, cool story, no one saw it. Spam traps can happen when you have bots or junk email addresses coming through your opt-in forms. Your list has a ton of people who never open anything. We talked about those sleeping folks earlier. You keep emailing completely engaging subscribers forever and ever. Amen. Hoping they'll wake up someday. Here's the deal. Inbox providers are paying attention. If people consistently don't open your emails, if they don't click, if they ignore you long enough, your deliverability can tank and you can be sitting there like, why does this feel like nobody's seen my emails anymore? And the answer is they might not be. Not because they don't want to, but because Gmail decides you're not important enough for their inbox. Rude but true. The fixed vibe? Regularly clean your list. I know it's scary, but I promise it's worth it. Re-engage people with a "do you still want these emails" campaign. Actually remove the dead weight. I know, but that subscriber count is a vanity metric anyway. Make sure your opt-ins aren't attracting low-quality subscribers. I'm looking at you, win a free iPod freebie. Ask your list questions and say, hit reply and let me know what you think about this. When you ask your list questions and they email you back, it improves the chance that you will land in their inbox next time, instead of promotions or spam. I know it feels terrifying to remove subscribers like you're throwing away potential, but you don't need a big list. You need a list that actually receives what you send. Quality over quantity, always. Mistake number 6, no sexy back end. Okay, stay with me here. If you have one main offer and that's it, it's like hosting a dinner party and serving an amazing main course, then never offering dessert. People buy from you, they get results, they trust you, they're happy. And then there's nowhere for them to go next. So they just leave. And you're starting from zero with a completely new person every single time, which is exhausting. Your sexy backend doesn't have to be complicated or fancy. Backend just means after someone buys, what's the next step? Because here's the truth, the easiest person to sell to is someone who already trusts you, check. Already got a win with you, check. Already knows your style and likes it, check. Already pulled out their credit card once, check. And if you don't have a backend, you're leaving so much money and impact on the table. Backend options could be create an automated email sequence triggered after their first purchase that sells a membership, an advanced program, an upsell call, a similar product like that they might like. I have sexy backends in my Shopify and other stores that fire an automation to sell more products based on what they purchased. Even just one next step can stabilize your revenue and increase lifetime value without you doing more marketing. You're not being greedy, you're being helpful. There's a big difference. Mistake number 7, chatbot miss. Let's talk about chatbots and DMs for a second. Chatbots with ManyChat can be amazing, or they can be the reason people ghost you and never come back. The chatbot miss happens when the messages feel super generic and robotic. It dumps the link way too early, like, hi, here's my thing, buy it. It doesn't actually guide people anywhere useful. People get stuck in DM limbo. You never know what happened to them. The whole thing feels like, cool, thanks for the info I didn't ask for. Here's the truth. In the consideration stage, people don't need more information. They have plenty of information. They've probably been researching this topic for the past 6 months. They need help deciding. So your bot or your DM strategy could do 3 things. Number 1 is clarify what they actually want. Number 2 is direct them to the best next step for them. Create a simple yes/no moment, not a maybe I'll think about it moment. This is an example. Are you looking for the quick start option where you can get going this week, or the full support option where we work through it together? Now they're choosing, not wandering around like they've lost in a corn maze. It's subtle, but it genuinely moves people forward. Okay, so what's the antidote? Here's what I realized about all 7 of these mistakes. They all create friction in the consideration stage. And friction makes people delay. They don't say no. They don't unfollow you or tell you your offer is trash. They just say later. And later is where conversions go to die. Right there in the graveyard next to I'll start on Monday, and I'll get to it eventually. That's why I created the Vibe framework. And no, it's not another acronym that sounds smart and doesn't actually help. I know, I tried really hard. Vibe is my attempt to create a simple, repeatable system that you can use. It stands for Vision, Ideation, Build, and Evergreen and Involve. It helps you avoid living in constant launch mode, guessing what to write every single time. Chase people in the DMs like you're a detective solving a cold case, depending on motivation, caffeine, and the alignment of the planets to make your marketing work. It's a system, like the kind of real life where you're doing this between school pickup, making dinner, folding laundry, and trying to remember if you've already washed your hair this week or if it was a dream. I'm going to share way more about the Vibe framework soon. If anything I said today hit a nerve in a good way, like, oh my God, yes, that kind of way, just know this. There's a fix for this, a clean, simple fix. You're not broken. Your funnel just needs a better flow. Okay, this is a recap, quick and punchy because I know you got places to be. All right, super quick recap of the 7 evergreen mistakes killing conversions in consideration. Number 1, no segmentation. Number 2, ignored opens and clicks. Number 3, launch only sales. Number 4, blank screen block. Number 5, spam traps. Number 6, no sexy backend. Number 7, chatbot mix. If you want to be the kind of business owner who sells consistently without feeling like you're constantly starting over and convincing people from scratch, this is the stuff to clean up. And the good news, you don't have to fix all 7 at once. Pick one, just start there. Tiny steps add up fast. All right, friend, I really do appreciate you being here. Go do something nice for yourself. You've earned it. Thanks so much for listening. Please leave a comment or review. Have a great day. Goodbye. For listening to the Becky Beach Show, please check out the show notes at beckybeachshow.com and my membership, businessbeachclub.com, to start and scale your own digital product business. Have a great day. See you next time on the Becky Beach Show.